roof build. Basically gonna rebuild this. Let me show y'all. Gonna rebuild this little roof thing here, but it's to cover up the crawl space, drainage area right there. So I already got the platform built out. I built it out of deck wood so it lasts longer than using regular plywood. Lasts much longer. That means if the shingles wear off, you still got the deck wood underneath and all of that good stuff. So you never really have to rebuild the deck wood or anything like that, rebuild the plywood. It'll always just be to reshingle it every 20-30 years, if that. But anyhow, yeah, let me show y'all what I'm doing. I'm about to cut 4 feet, cut this in half, exactly in half, and it's about to go in the middle right here, in the middle of this, in the middle of that right there. So it's gonna be um sitting on an angle so it's sloped down and stuff like that. Kind of building it like this guy's on right here, how he got his built. See how it's sloping down. So that's the idea. So really, um ain't really a whole lot of talking today. For those of you that want to watch and learn, and for those of you that just want to see what I be doing sometime, for those of you just want to be nosy, 96 and a quarter. So I'm gonna do 96 and an eighth. So I'm gonna do a 48 and an 8 foot long board will usually measure 96 inches and a quarter. And if you want to get a dead set in the middle, you come down to 48 and an eighth. 48 inches and 1/8 inches will give you dead center. I'm just going to use this to hold, to make sure hold the straight edge, and this because I'm not using my miter saw today. I'm just using I'm just using a speed square. I'm just using a speed square and a circular saw. Let me cover up my ears because these bees and bugs be trying to get in my ear. And also I use this to put my pencil right here. Real convenient. All right. So also when I'm doing a cut like this, since I'm not using a miter saw, see I mark my line right there. I mark my line right there, but I gotta bring this over to where my blade is gonna be on that line. So when I do my cut, it's right on that line, but I'm gonna use a speed square to make sure I do a straight line. All right. have to be a perfect it don't have to be a perfect what you call it, but you know, just a decent cut. Don't have to be a perfect cut. Don't have to be a perfect cut, just a decent cut. So now let me bring y'all over here so y'all see what I'm doing from this angle. I'm just cutting. I'm not cutting. I'm just putting this whatchamacallit in. Putting the boards together. Y'all be driving Dragon Manifest, dealing with Dragon Manifest. Now I'm gonna just put one screw in each thing here. Minimum screw, not a 4-inch screw. But these screws here I'm just using as placeholders today. Do this for y'all. And try to do it like this here, because it's losing signal. Try to find the best whatchamacallit for y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, because somebody keep calling me with a private number. I don't know if it's a scammer or one of y'all trying to reach me. Don't call me from no private number. I'm not answering any more private numbers. Just grown ass adults want to be calling people on private numbers. Don't make no sense. That's something teenagers do in high school. Call people on private numbers. Anyhow, All right, I still got signal, so I'm gonna use these screws for the rest of the fastener. Let me show y'all what I got. See, I put 2 screws here, and I went straight down the middle right here with my nails, and I'm just using roofing nails for the whole project. Whole thing came apart, so that means I got to use longer nails. Longer screws and nails. So I'm gonna get my long nails, my long screws. What happened is this wood is kind of wet, so that's why I did that like that. If it wasn't wet, it wouldn't have fell apart like that. My wood is kind of wet. See, when your wood is wet, it really don't even matter how long of a screw you put in. It'll still fall apart. It'll still fall apart. We had a lot of rain. We had a lot of rain yesterday. All that rain. All that rain kind of messed things up. All right. So let me show y'all a little bit of what I did. Now, when I had the screws going in this way, they fell out because up in here, up in there on this wood is wet. So I'm going in from this way, that way I could catch this wood and it'll hold. And because this is not wet like that, this is, and this is a little bit old and this is new, so it's going, the threads are going to hold better to this. So I'm screwing it in this way like I'm building furniture. I'm screwing it in that way so that way it'll hold better. Should have did that from the beginning, but I didn't realize the wood was so wet. That's how it is when you're doing this work. It's like, you know, ain't no perfect thing. You just gotta make corrections as you go. Ain't no perfect thing. Building, it's never a perfect science. Build as you go. Build as you go. Figure it out as you go, I should say. Figure it out. I guess that's like relationships. You figure it out as you go. As long as you both willing to figure it out. You figure it out as you go. All right. Let me just put one right here. All right, that should hold it. And I'm just gonna lay this on top of here and do my whole build from right here. All right. Let's bring this around. Ugh. I just hope I'll be able to lift it back over there, over yonder, where I'm gonna need it to be. I'm building from right here because I don't want to be in that sun and get a heat stroke or something. Everything in proper balance and moderation. That sun is good for you. That sun is good for you, but too much of it'll kill you too. Too much of it'll kill you too. Ugh. Let me see. Try to get. And there's a few steps I'm skipping, like how to make sure you got a perfect square. But I'm just skipping that on purpose because I gotta hurry up and try to beat the rain. But you do something called a 3-4-5. You could Google that, how to make a perfect square using a 3-4-5 method. And if you don't want to do a 3-4-5 method, use a speed square. Stick it down in here. Stick your speed square down. Uh, Stick your speed square down in there like that. And go through all your corners and see if you got a perfect square like that or good enough, which I do. So next time I'll show you guys the 3-4-5 method when you're doing big projects and you can't use a speed square necessarily. And this don't have to be perfect. I'm just getting a general thing going on here. Don't have to be perfect. This project that I'm doing. But if you wanted to get a perfect dead center on everything, you measure you measure the length on the top piece, the length on the bottom piece, and you get that middle number, and you mark the top and the bottom piece, and you line the markings up together. But I pretty much got it dead center, so we good. Screw these on. And let me explain the difference in screws for you guys. You see, you got this screw. It has a little tip on it right there. That's actually a drill bit. That's actually a drill bit that's incorporated in your screw. Okay, and then it also has one of these tops that has a built-in washer, right? So you have applications for these. Usually when you're doing metal, screwing into metal and stuff like that, but you could also do it in wood. But I normally use these screwing into metal or hard surfaces and stuff like that. And then you have your wood screws. This is a coarse screw, meaning the threads are further apart. You want to use these screws when you dealing with wood and you want stuff to pull together real tight. I normally use coarse screws for everything, drywall, everything. Um, the real thin, the thin when the threads are closer together, you use those usually in metal when you're working with metal applications. Kind of like this one, the threads are close together, and this one the threads are further apart. So these are pretty good for wood, and these are pretty good for metal applications, unless you have to drill a hole at the same time you're screwing into wood, then you would use these.